she is on an absolute tear at the moment, and she continues to improve. The star continues to shine brighter, and taking down one of the more favoured opponents there in Gabriella Bryan has just been so strong this year. You can see the confidence building.
She looked good on the forehand. Another surfer who's looked great on her run through the contest so far, San Clemente's Sawyer Lindblad, working with Glenn Hall, and they've been putting the work in on the off days. And look at Sawyer's opening ride, finding a nice cupped out face to lean into some solid rail work here. And she could be extremely dangerous as she eyes a place in the semis as well. Already a couple of solid hits on the outside, multiple manoeuvres done, and not finished with this one just yet as she kicks out now. And that is going to be a powerful start for this newcomer to the CT. Into her third year on the championship tour now.
It's almost like the lefts at lowers. You put about 5 of them together, and this is what you get. Beautiful opening manoeuvre on that wave. Big slashing cutback. And again, keeps it nice and high, drops down to the bottom of the wave. And that's giving her all that ability to just come up to the top of the wave with all that speed. And really showing some aggression as she just wraps these turns back into the pocket, leaning into that last one a little bit more. Just releasing the tail on the second to last turn there.
So impressive. Again, as we see the slow-mo here, just the clean rails throughout each of these carving turns and coming out of these moves with extra acceleration.
Yeah, really good form as she comes through these turns. Watch this here. Brings that back arm forward and across the chest. Keeps everything quite parallel and horizontal, but really good use of that the body mechanics there.
Movement here on the outside. Tyler waiting for her first opportunity here in the quarterfinals. And she's got a solid number that she's trying to match on the exchange here. Drives up into the first section. Nice release in the tail. Gets up into the bowl again. Solid combo to start here for the two-time world champion, who has a nice rhythm. As she hammers away at this one. Continues to cut back into the bowl to set up a square approach into the pocket each time. This wave's starting to fade away just a little bit. Interesting to see where the panel goes with this.
That was some solid surfing from T.Wright on the backhand. Really composed. You could see she wasn't rushed at all. Just took her time off the bottom, had a beautiful rhythm to it. Want to see, no lack of speed. Takes a high line, drops down, drives off the bottom. Great snap to start off and a second with a little bit of tail release, more extension on that third, and powers through it. Great combinations as she brings it all the way through to the inside. You can see a little bit of body talk there, expression. You always know a surfer when they're feeling connected. Oh, great vision here. Off the drone, you can just see the tighter angles as Tyler pivots off the top here. Great rhythm. Opens the shoulders up off the bottom turn. On occasion, dragging that.
Find a left and go mad and treat it like lowers. Feel like you're at home and just go for it. So it's been really fun.
She started off strong and backing it up now as well, a 717. We'll leave you to it, Micro. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, True. Oh, starting this wave incredibly well, giving it a little bit more, wanting to build on the 717, doing some of the cleanest frontside carves that we've seen all day. And she started this wave off with a series of high-impact turns on that outside section, a quality set wave.
As Sawyer Lindblad drives for speed, comes to the bottom of the wave, a beautiful snap to tail release. And it's these turns here, Ronnie, where she starts to wind up, carves through that back half of the turn, really accelerating through it. Another beautiful high snap there. Oh, gosh, that one. Just really stomping the foot on the tail pad and driving through the fins.
I love the application of pressure through some of those frontside carves, but that opening turn's so strong. Nice little drift on the tail.
Yeah, and you can see here just wrapping it all the way around so that the nose of the board is back facing the foam, and then she rebounds and then gets set for that next bottom turn. Really applying the pressure, and this is a replay of T.Wright, who was on the second wave of the set. Comes from behind it, little under the lip snap, excuse me. Gosh, these waves look so fun right now.
They sure do, and Sawyer's just dropped the highest scoring ride of this heat, 7.93. Tyler after an 8.77 now, and she's Going to work her way through these first couple of carves. Size up it this way. Is going to bowl down the line. She's committed to it now. Trying to improve on that 6.33 at least, just to keep chipping away at the requirement here. And this wave starting to flatten out just a little bit, but Tyler already with some great work on the inside is going to try and finish this one off strong on the inside. Mentioned that Glenn Hall used to coach Tyler for the past couple of seasons. She's been working with Richard Dogmarsh, 717, and I'm just not sure if she got the same kind of work done on the outside on her 6.33 here on this one.
I did like the opening snap. The second was more of a carve down, and the third turn had a bit of spice to it as well, and tail release. But from then on Ronnie, she was more or less steering the board around, getting some nice, clean, rhythmic snaps on the backhand. But in contrast, Sawyer on the front hand, at this point in the wave, she was roping and really accelerating through those turns with a bit more power. I didn't mind these little snaps through the inside as well, getting some nice angles here.
The beaches here, and they found some of that, as we see on the outside. Live action, Sawyer Lindblad just on a heater here at the moment. Already a couple of sevens in the bag, and really starting to click and find a great flow here in this lineup. Smooth surfing, keeping those rails clean, even with that texture on the surface as she rips into another carve. You can see, just, I mentioned it before, the application of pressure halfway through these carves, where she just puts that head down and really digs in, applying a lot of pressure to the tail of the board. And obviously it's a really good piece of equipment, because she finds acceleration from the board when she does it.
Yeah, absolutely. Working closely with Sawyer Lindblad. Let's have a look here at the replay. Just a beautiful carve off the top. This one here just brings it all the way down, holds that rail line through the carve into a clean snap, and then some more open face work. Super clean rails. And Ron, it feels to me like there's just a slight difference in the speed. At this stage, the forehand approach has been really on show today.
Just over 12 minutes to go. Tyler setting one up on the outside here. And this one sort of moving off that outside ledge and doesn't provide any steep sections. So it's all working in Sawyer Lindblad's favour at the moment. She's got priority. One of the most winning championship tour surfers ever, 17 victories. And she's got to muster all that experience now to try and overcome this incredible 20-year-old who's given us her best stuff at the moment. Again, Sawyer's just making such good use of that outside section. Big turns, really committed carves. And the light's starting to pop now as she looks to finish off another solid ride here. Ripping her way through to the inside. Has the fam down here. And they've been loving the performance she's putting together at the moment. So started with a 717, built on that, 793. Her last wave came through at an 8.33. So even her throwaway number is higher than anything Tyler's put on the board just yet. That last wave.
That transition from front to back foot, and we'll watch Sawyer Lindblad do it really well here. Just carving the top of that lip in half. Big swooping roundhouse cutback. She gets the rebound again, drops into the trough of the wave, and again she's going for that really aggressive carve, but staying nice and high on the wave, Ronnie, where she can drop down again. And then she gets the little kind of, well, I'll call it a pizza throw snap, where she cuts the manoeuvre a little short, but really functional. Her tempo on the waves at the moment. Back out on the Red Bull ski, live action of Tyler. Come on, fight back. Let's see it.
Well, Tyler, she's had some real moments on the backhand. This wave just a little sleepy in its tempo down the line. And for the regular footers, they really want those ones that allow them to get some speed up, because Rich...
You know, her backhand is looking really good, and she's going to have a crack at this 9.
Let's see if she can't pull a miracle out here in the final stages. Drives up into the pocket, slides that tail. You can tell there's some adjustments being made. There's a nice, more powerful driving turn off the toes there. And she'll work this one over. You know, still a reasonable heat performance-wise with a couple of 6-point rides. She's just come up against a very in-tune Sawyer Lindblad and Sawyer finding another gem on the outside. Her throwaway scores would both get her through this heat to the semi-finals. That's going to be her worst ride. Her previous wave came through at a 7.27.
Yeah, and smart competing there too. I think she felt like she didn't really need to surf that wave. Instead, just opting to get priority out of the corner of her eye. She would have seen that Tyler was paddling out and perhaps just going, you know what, I'm going to make sure I re-establish priority. I can close this out. I'll hold it out for the final minute and block any chance of Tyler. 16.26, that's excellent scoring. Great heat there from Sawyer Lindblad, and she continues to rise. The confidence continues to build, taking down the world champ.